Lately, I've been feeling quite stressed and overwhelmed with work. As you know, I haven't been on YouTube for about 3 weeks, but now that I'm back and my energy is starting to pick up, I'm starting to find that I have a bit more time for myself. I've started just slowly looking again at my habits and trying to tweak them. This includes my habits for my eyes as well as my habits for my other health areas, like how I eat and how I take care of my emotional state. So I've been in this slump for a while, and when you're in a slump, sometimes it's really hard to pick yourself back up out of it, especially when part of you is saying that nothing you do is going to make a difference, nothing even matters. You may as well just engage in all the bad habits, scroll on your phone for hours and hours and hours, because what difference is it going to make, really? The truth is, a lot. Hi, I'm Jem and I'm following Jake Steiner's End-Myopia method to get back to 20/20 vision and life without glasses. It's all based on science, not magic, and if you'd like some more information, I will pop some links in the description down below. So I picked one habit that I wanted to change. Just one that I felt was manageable with my low energy. And for me that was, don't fall into using your phone in the evenings. You just check one thing, but by the time the evening comes, you're tired, you have decision fatigue, and your willpower is particularly low. So that's a bad time to just do one quick thing on your phone, because if you're anything like me, that one quick thing turns into 2 or 3 hours. And you might have been fine with your phone use until just then, at the end of the day, right before bed. And it can be easy to think, well, the rest of my day was pretty good, so this bit doesn't count. It counts. It all counts. Every bit counts. So what I decided to do was just not use my phone in the evening. All my other bad habits I could keep. I could only deal with one because my energy wasn't high. So instead of using my phone in the evening, I would find something else to do that I would enjoy, that would distract me. So it wasn't just even a willpower thing of just don't use my phone. I had to find something else to replace it. I thought I'd try reading. But the problem I found with reading is that quite often when I go to bed and I'm scrolling on my phone, I'm actually really tired. And the phone, the screen, the light, it's helping me to stay awake. So reading should be a good thing because it'll help me go to sleep. It won't keep me awake the way a phone does. But the problem with reading is that if I'm really tired, I get grumpy, like a child, and I refuse to sleep. I don't want to go to bed. I'm not sleepy. So when I'm really tired, reading does not tempt me away from my phone at all. So another thing I've been trying that has been really helping me actually is to, use my phone to turn on some music on Spotify, but not do anything else with it. Just choose the music, put it down. And then I might journal, I might read, I might just lie back and listen to the music and enjoy it. And I might fall asleep, but I don't feel like I'm asking my brain to do something it's too tired to do. And I think for me, that's part of the trick. My brain doesn't feel like I'm telling it to go to sleep, but it also isn't giving it something that's going to stimulate it. And it's not giving it something that is going to require brain power it doesn't have. So in a way, music has been my salvation for working through this really bad habit that is too easy to fall back into again and again of being on your phone in the evenings and late into the night. It is the worst thing. And after a few weeks of being on my phone in the evenings like this, that first night when I managed not to go on it in the evening made a difference. The next morning I woke up and I could see better. So I guess what was happening there is I was not waking up with ciliary spasm. I was so excited by the fact that looking out the window I could definitely see things more clearly that I went and measured my centimeters. But would you believe it? They weren't that impressive. I got 46 for my left eye and 51 for my right eye, which is, I don't know, pretty standard really. So was I making it up, the fact that I could see better this morning? I decided to ask Mr. Snellenchart. And do you know what I could see? Well, firstly, I could read the E. Now, sometimes I'm starting to read the E now. Previously, it would have just been a big dark smudge. I'm starting to read the E a bit more often now, but this particular morning, I could read the E. I could read the second line as well. Wasn't even hard. It wasn't crisp. There was a bit of blur, but I could read it. I could also read the third line. And I could even make out through the blur all the letters of the fourth line. None of this was because I had remembered the letters. I could read them without any glasses on. This is a big deal. So I thought this was interesting. I know that you can't always rely on your centimeter measurements to tell you what your vision's doing because things improve at different rates, how your brain is processing things, how your eyes are seeing things. So what your centimeters are showing is not going to be the be all and end all for saying how your eyes are doing in that moment. There are many parts, and I was really excited that on this day when I knew my vision was better, that even though my centimeters didn't reflect that, my Snellen chart did. So considering just one evening not being on my phone made such a difference, it really encouraged me. So that inspired me to get back into my walks. This, my friends, is called dedication to a cause. It's raining, but I'm out on my walk anyway. I prefer rain than all that heat that we've been having. The problem is that I'm wearing my normalized glasses, aren't I? And glasses and rain do not mix. So I'm wearing a cap and a hood to try and keep as much rain off my glasses as I can. It's working about 85%. I still have to keep stopping and cleaning off my glasses every now and then, but it's good. I think this kind of weather is going to be a great challenge for my eyes. I've now been going for walks, most days, and it has felt really great. And I've been giving my eyes an interesting little challenge. Now, I don't know how orthodox this is to the end myopia method, but I have been switching up my glasses a little bit more lately. Because I've been thinking about this left eye of mine, which is being really stubborn. And I wondered, after that optometrist measurements, whether giving it a little bit of time with a minus 2.25 correction would be helpful. It just so happens that I have glasses with a minus 2.25 correction for my left eye and a minus 1.75 correction for my right eye. So I spent a day wearing those just to try and kick any leftover blur adaptation that my left eye might have picked up over this time of wearing glasses that were maybe too undercorrected for my left eye. Wearing these glasses that had a 0.5 diopter difference between the eyes was weird for my brain. I went for an active focus walk where I wore them for a little while, took them off for a little while, wore them for a little while, took them off for a little while, and my active focus without glasses was on point. Today I was back to my minus 2, minus 1.75 glasses, which felt pretty darn good. I noticed that my left eye wasn't clearing things up that well, but then again, it never really does quickly. But when I covered my right eye and gave my left eye just a minute by itself, it cleared things up really nicely. So we'll see how this goes. So I have at the moment, in a way, 3 corrections for normalized on the go. My minus 2, minus 1.75, which is my normalized at the moment. A minus 2.25 and a minus 1.75, which is kind of my normalized to wear on occasion just to make sure there's no blur adaptation going on for my left eye. And then there's my peak correction of minus 1.75 and minus 1.5. So I've been super patient with my glasses for a really long time, I feel. Maybe for people watching this, you don't agree, but I definitely feel like it's been a long wait. And so I need to do things a little bit differently. So this is how I'm shaking things up, this and making sure that this bad habit of being on my phone in the evening, which has crept in the last 2 to 3 weeks, goes away. So do be careful of phone use in the evenings, really guys, because if you have ciliary spasm during your days, you're not going to improve your eyesight. Unless you've released your ciliary spasm, your eyes can't work on making the other changes they need to make. You need to be out of ciliary spasm before your eyes start adapting to better vision. So I know this. I know that phones are bad for your eyes. I know that this is a problem for me, but in a period of stress and busyness, I had fallen back into it. And just how quickly things picked back up as soon as I stopped doing that made me remember something I'd forgotten. This process is slow, but that doesn't mean it's hard. I'd forgotten that because I've been trying so hard to equalize and being frustrated that I haven't been making a lot of improvements lately. I've started to feel like, and myopia is quite hard. You have to be super dedicated and have like amazing willpower, but you kind of don't. You just need to find ways of adapting the habits that you need to kick, and then trusting that every day you choose better habits, it's working. And I think that trust is hard, because it's easy when you have a day of really good habits, but then don't see any improvement, to think they didn't really make a difference, and therefore the bad habits also don't make a difference. They really do. It's also amazing how your emotional and mental well-being can influence how you engage with this journey, because when I'm feeling flat, I don't care, or I don't believe that anything I do will make a difference. But then when I have a bit more energy, I start to believe in myself again. And then taking the required actions becomes a lot easier. It doesn't become a chore. It isn't something I need willpower or discipline for. It's something that I'm choosing to do because I want to, because I like it, because it's fun. So guys, that's where I'm at. Please do remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I will keep you updated on my progress. And do click that bell button to get all the notifications if you don't want to miss any of my updates, which are weekly. I post every Thursday. It's been a bit hit and miss on the Thursdays lately, but I feel like I've got a fresh start, and Thursdays it is. So I'll see you next week. Bye. Hi, I'm Jem, and I'm following Jake Steiner's end myopia method to get my eyes back to normal. For my eyes, I'm saying that I have high energy, but I feel like I'm coming across really flat. I'm not flat, really. But by the time the evening comes, you're tired, you have decision fatigue. Got it? You know? You know? You know. Oh good, you're not connected to anything. Let's go for a walk. Let's walk and talk like friends.